Some lower governments have no lack of funds and can finance the project from their yearly budget. Still, the project should have strict energy targets and financial and non-financial targets in order to make it a viable financing option. The government needs to assign one or more teams that develop, design and finance energy efficiency projects, install and maintain the energy efficient equipment involved, measure and monitor and verify the project's energy savings. The government assumes the risk that the project will save the amount of energy guaranteed. We applied this model to the city of Bruges, but because of the decision of the alderman to give network provider Fluvius the responsibility for all public lighting in Flanders, we have calculated the advantages of this model for Bruges, but we could not apply it in practice. Depending on the country, lower governments can take out a loan with dedicated banks. For example, in the Netherlands, the Bank Nederlandse Gemeenten. In France and Belgium, there is no bank where municipalities can borrow, but there is a special arrangement with commercial banks. If that financing option is possible, depends on how leveraged the government already is. If the loan is dedicated to a green project, general and commercial banks usually have special financial products that offer loans to lower governments. The teams related to these credit departments also have knowledge of the different subsidy programs of the central government, which can contribute to lowering the risk for the bank in giving the loan. It is a guaranteed source of income. And the product is a low risk and a low cost financing option. At the beginning of the project, the idea was to use green bonds for financing the public lighting infrastructure of Etteleur. It turned out that their investment was too small. But a green loan, either through the Dutch Bank for Municipalities or a commercial bank, was a good option, especially when at that time the interest rates were still very low. In fact, it became clear that a municipality like Etteleur could borrow money and even get a bonus for borrowing, as the banks were dealing with negative interest rates. Green bonds are used for projects that have climate and/or environmental benefits. They are only interesting for municipalities or other local governments if they need millions of euros for greening their infrastructure. Green bonds would be, for example, an excellent opportunity to tap into large funds that are available for climate-adapting projects. Green bonds are similar to traditional corporate or government bonds in terms of the deal structure. We discovered during the project that local public lighting projects are too small for a green bond financing approach. The Belgian energy network company Fluvius is responsible for the greening of the public lighting infrastructure of the province of Flanders in Belgium. The network company is owned by the local Belgian governments, but for this large investment in the lighting infrastructure needs a lot of capital. Green bonds would be an excellent opportunity to tap into large funds that are available for climate-related goals. Fluvius joined the SLIC project for an investment in public lighting for living quarters in Mechelen. But because it is also involved in the public lighting projects of other Flemish cities, we have looked at the larger finance possibilities for Fluvius.